Welcome to PhD&D on YouTube, and we're finally back with the series Lessons in D&D, because I'm finally playing again on a weekly basis. Actually, I'm DMing right now. The campaign that I play in is on hiatus. The DM is actually moving into his first house, so they're doing a lot of renovations there, and so I won't be playing in a weekly game for a while. But I am playing in Dungeon Master Johnny's Crimson Tigers adventure, and hopefully the next one of that will be very, very soon. So, this week is going to be a tip mostly for DMs. Now, just to give a little recap on the campaign and what's going on. You may or may not remember, I have Griff, a human thief. I've got Angelus, a human paladin. Domini, a tiefling warlock. And then Quero is actually a little boy he's 12 years old, he's a half-elf, but he's starting to go the route of what would be a ranger. So, they're navigating the Crypt of Kings, which is where 5 kings were buried a long time ago. They're trying to find an artifact that will help them in another place called the Cathedrals of Chaos. And there's a necromancer. The whole goal is they want to bring their friend back to life. Yamel, their cleric, died. They want to bring him back. And raise dead is not that easy in my setting. So the necromancer is the only place they're aware of where they would find a ritual that could bring somebody back to life. So that's where they're at. They found the artifact, so they're on to find the person who's going to lead them to the Cathedrals of Chaos. So my advice this week is going to be to offer up players and their characters every single session. Offer up choices on where the adventure is going. That may seem like pretty common advice, but here's where I'm going with that. It seems pretty apparent that they're going to navigate through all these cathedrals, find the necromancer, fight him, or steal his ritual, bring their friend back. That could be a very long time while they do that. So what I did was provide another option for them. And that option, they found a dragonborn in the Crypt of Kings who's actually a prisoner. And the artifact they found that's going to help them belongs to his people. They found it in a dragonborn tomb. So they go back to their elf friend who was going to lead them to the Cathedrals of Chaos. The dragonborn friend who they've just made says, "Hey, that's my family's artifact. If you return that to me, I will take you to the High City, which is where dragonborn live, and no one else. You have to be invited to go there. Give me that artifact, and I will take you there, and we will bring your friend back to life. But I need that artifact. It belongs to our family." Pretty easy choice. He says, we can bring him back to life. There's no risk. And they look to the elf friend who told them about the necromancer in the first place, and he agrees. He says, the dragonborn is right. There's no risk taking his option. The route I want you to go, you're probably going to die. But the necromancer does have the ritual if you should succeed. So now they're left with a big choice. Do they want to help this elf and possibly a lot of the realm by killing this necromancer and then ultimately bringing their friend back, which is their goal? Or do they give this dragonborn back his family's artifact and just bring their friend back? And they brought up the point, why don't we just go to the dragonborn city, bring Yamel back, and then all of us together come back and take out the necromancer? Because the party lead, the thief, who kind of helps guide the party, he felt terrible not taking out the necromancer, but he realized that their ultimate first goal was to bring their friend back to life. And so this is a session in which it lasted probably 2.5 hours. We usually play 2.5 to 3.5. And 2.5 hours, 0 combat, except between the players at one point. But it was the most fun they've had in a couple of weeks, just because they were debating in character. They were arguing from the standpoint of their characters. All the decisions and choices that they were making, they're experienced enough players that they wanted their character to make that decision. And maybe the player wanted to fight a necromancer, but he knew the thief probably wouldn't want to just jump in and do that because it's not very smart and they can bring their friend back in an easier way. So the moral of the story is, and your final lesson for this week, give them choices every week. Give them choices no matter how straight and narrow their path seems. Give them even little side quests. Even if you're in a dungeon and you feel like, well, there's no way except forward or out. No, make them find a small artifact. It takes them just in a side tunnel in the dungeon, maybe on a very, very small quest, then they're back on track. The point is, give them choices every week on where to go and what to do, because one of the best things in D&D, and one of the best things to do as a player and character, is make decisions, because your character's background, their whole experiences so far will help make those decisions. So, give them choices, give them choice every week, give them plenty of side quests, and just let them choose where they're going to go and what they're going to do. Alright, that's been Lessons in D&D, PhD&D to you. Thank you for watching, and have a great week of gaming.